Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're starting our brand new road trip adventure from Perth to Exmouth, a massive 1200 kilometers journey along the stunning coast of Western Australia. Since it's quite a long drive, we decided to split it into 3 parts. This episode is all about the first leg, from Perth to Geraldton. We left Scarborough early in the morning, just as the city was waking up. First up, picking up our car in Malaga, on the north side of Perth. And once we had the keys in hand, that was it! Adventure mode on! The drive from Perth to Geraldton takes around 4.5 hours, but of course, we had a few exciting stops planned along the way. About 1.5 hours into the drive, we reached our first attraction, the Lancelin Sand Dunes. Quick tip, the turnoff is quite easy to miss, so keep your eyes open. And welcome to Lancelin Sand Dunes, our first stop. If you don't have a 4-wheel drive, there's parking right at the entrance. If you do have a 4-wheel drive, you can drive much closer to the dunes. Here you can try sandboarding or rent an ATV. Sandboard rental costs around $10 per hour, which sounds great until you realize you have to walk all the way up to the dune each time. And trust me, that walk is no joke. Unfortunately for us, it was extremely windy that day, so we decided not to stay long. If you're planning to go, don't forget protective glasses. The sand gets everywhere. As we continued driving, the landscape slowly began to change. Fewer city vibes, more raw, open Australian scenery. Welcome to Pinnacles Desert! Not wanting to lose time in the wind, we headed about an hour south to the Pinnacles Desert, located in Nambung National Park. The entrance fee is about $17 per car, or you can buy a park pass for about $60 if you're planning to visit multiple national parks. The Pinnacles Desert is truly one of the most unique landscapes in Western Australia. Covering around 119 hectares, it features thousands of limestone pillars rising from the sand, some up to 5 meters high. Fun fact, Dutch sailors back in the 1700s thought these formations were the ruins of an ancient city. The colors of the sand change depending on the soil, and the contrast between the golden dunes and the pale limestone creates an almost surreal atmosphere. It's especially magical at sunrise or sunset when the shadows stretch across the desert. Definitely worth the stop. Next, we stopped at Jurien Bay to grab something to eat at one of the local bakeries. And when you're in Australia, you have to try a classic Aussie meat pie. Our favorites? Pepper steak or classic steak. They never disappoint. But of course, there's the vegetarian options too. Right next to the bakery there is a beautiful beach town with a jetty, perfect for a quick stroll. There's also a playground and another cafe nearby. If you're visiting in January, check out the local family markets. They are usually held around that time. After about 2 hours on the road, we were getting close to our final stop for the day. Have you ever seen a truck with not just one trailer, not 2, but 3 or even 4? In Australia, they are called road trains. Australian road trains are some of the biggest trucks in the whole world. On the way, we passed one of the famous blue painted trees. These trees are a part of the Blue Tree Project. Dead trees are painted bright blue as a symbol of hope and as a conversation starter around mental health. The message is simple but powerful. It's okay to not be okay. For the night, we chose to stay in Geraldton. As we drove into the town, we saw a beautiful big church called St. Francis Xavier Cathedral. The first stone of the cathedral was placed back in 1916, and the building was finished in 1938. That means it's over 80 years old. Imagine how many people have visited over the years. Don't forget to visit the Museum of Geraldton. And guess what? Entry is free. Overlooking the Indian Ocean, the museum celebrates the rich heritage of the Midwest region, from maritime history to Aboriginal culture and local stories. It's a great stop if you want to understand the deeper history of the coastline. Most exciting part is the shipwreck gallery. Inside you can see real treasures from 4 old Dutch shipwrecks. These ships sank hundreds of years ago, and now their treasures are safely displayed in the museum. There is even a guided tour every day at 11:30 a.m. if you want to learn even more cool facts. There is a special children's area inside the museum. Kids can learn about sea travel and play with fun interactive displays. There are animations where pictures move and come to life. It's like history mixed with playtime. So while parents are reading the information boards, kids can learn by playing. Sounds like a win-win, right? Since we arrived in the evening, we went for a walk along the coast to see the famous Horizon Ball. Welcome to Geraldton. Behind me is one of the city's attractions called the Horizon Ball. It's pretty amazing. Also known as the Big Marble. This fascinating sculpture is a 1.5 meter clear acrylic sphere filled with 1,800 liters of water. The way it reflects and inverts the surrounding landscape is absolutely mesmerizing. In the evening, we visited one of the most important landmarks in Geraldton, the HMS Sydney II Memorial, located on Mount Scott. This moving monument commemorates the 645 service personnel who lost their lives when the HMS Sydney II was sunk during the World War II on November 19, 1941. The wreck was discovered in 2008 at a depth of 2,400 meters off the coast of Western Australia. The memorial has been declared a military memorial of national significance, and standing there overlooking the ocean is truly a powerful and emotional experience. When you're in Australia and need groceries, we recommend Woolworths. It's a supermarket that lots of people in Australia know and trust. Perfect for grabbing fruit, drinks, and even something yummy for the dinner. We spent the night at Surestay Hospitality by Best Western Geraldton. There is a pool and a barbecue area, although both could use a little refresh. The room itself was perfectly fine for a one-night stay, standard motel style, but with a modern bathroom. Breakfast was also included, which was a nice bonus before hitting the road again. That wraps up part 1 of our road trip from Perth to Exmouth. Distance from Perth to Geraldton, around 420 kilometers. Next up, even more incredible landscapes as we continue north. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments if you've done the road trip before. See you in the next one.